Hey, welcome everybody to another House of Eidolons game, House of Autumn's End. I almost said Weeping Gamora, but we're done with that one. House of Autumn's End, our usual Sunday campaign. I am Paul Angelo or Penborough, the GM for tonight's session, and we will go to my right.
Hi!
To Connor.
I'm to his right, and my name is Connor. I play Relic. He's a scion. He's old. He's matured, and I'm excited to get into it tonight. Next to me is Josh.
Howdy, howdy. I'm one of the other creators of House of Eidolons here with Paul. We're here to pick up the next step in Autumn's End. I play Riken. I like mutations. And you're going to see some kind of funk with some of the stream because I'm messing with the video settings for Connor to see if we can get him less blown out.
Oh, we're here for the funk for sure.
Up to Brandon.
Yes. I'm Brandon Magnus. I play the agent class. And beside me is Jamie.
That's me. I'm Jamie. I play Lyra, the scion, who has newly come into some sort of vampiric style abilities. I'm excited to keep exploring those. And last but not least, next to me is Kel.
I'm Kel. I play Levi. While going down another mysterious set of stairs, this time I did not blow anyone up or get anyone killed yet. So here we are.
Keyword being yet.
Yeah.
And with that, we will recap the
shade
episode.
tonight is real.
Our team of Eidolons. Our team of Eidolons is busy tracking down one individual known as Geralt Delahaye. And Geralt Delahaye is a kind of investment strategist sort of person. He sells or helps small corporations sell off to bigger mega corporations. He has gone missing, and our team has gone through hoops of contacts and research and has discovered that he possibly went out to or snuck away to his now deceased father's home in Arizona, rural Arizona. The team headed out that direction, knowing that there are several players possibly wanting Mr. Delahaye dead or captured, because he backed off of a very important acquisition of a corporation known as Impossible Mind to the very powerful mega corporation Violet Industries. Now they rush out to the Arizona house, and upon arriving, they find a very decrepit old house, totally off of the grid. Nothing spectacular to look at, but upon going into the basement, they discover that Geralt Delahaye has been pursuing some wild conspiracy theories down in the basement of his deceased father's home. Intrigue mounts as they find multiple connections between Violet Industries, Impossible Mind, and the technology that Impossible Mind is researching. They find some peculiar information about Luna 8, which is a byproduct of the Lunar 12 reactors used in the world today, and how typically the substance energizes and motivates scions, giving them a boost to their powers, allowing them to really manifest their powers through their elevated mind system. However, even before scions existed, Luna 8 seemed to be mass-produced and used for something, though what it was used for is unclear, and that seems to have become Mr. Delahaye's new obsession. They end his journal with a reading that states that he must take action and do something, though it is not alluded to what that is. The team digs around in the basement for a while, and upon going upstairs, sniper rounds start coming through the walls of the rickety building. The team rushes upstairs as a undisclosed, unmarked special ops team, clandestine special ops team, moves in on the Eidolons. Combat ensues, with Magnus taking out several through stealth We have people being lifted up by levitation, grenades going off, blowing down walls. And right as Relic reached the top of the stairway, he had a premonition. He's a precognitive scion. He can see moments into the future. A premonition of a rocket coming through the window. And that is where we had left off. And so we are going to jump back into the game. Right as Relic reaches the top of the stairs, he sees this vision. And yes, before we do, anybody want to, any recap I missed? Anything important? I know there was some information I glossed over, but anything you guys want to state or note?
It's a fair bit of that guy from the reservation, old son of Crow. I'm very interested to hear much more about him. I think that both myself and Bucky reached out to try to get a meeting with this guy.
Yes, that's right.
So
yeah,
I'm very curious to see where he goes. That was just a little bit of a recap because you might hear us talk about that.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Son of Crow, they're next to reservation land in Arizona, and Son of Crow is a prominent smuggler in that area and seemingly working or having some sort of arrangement with Mr. Delahaye.
I believe, didn't Ragnar or is getting a meeting with...
Working on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Combat ensued by the time the meeting rolled around. So, before the rocket comes through the window, Relic, you have just a briefest of moments to yell out. Relic is in the stairway right over here. Bucky and Lyra directly where the rocket is going to be coming in.
Yeah. Relic will sort of instinctually put up his shield, bracing for this. And then he is just really quick over comms, gonna be like, duck and cover! And then he's gonna, he'll be sort of squatting in the stairway, shield in front of him, just kind of ready for a blast.
Lyra and Bucky, I need the two of you to make an insight check and then a reaction check for me.
Insight, you mean
Intuition check.
Yeah, intuition check. Yes, that's the one.
I was
At this
waiting.
point, it might just be worth paying the
It might just be
royalties.
worth saying insight.
Just-
No, I'm not gonna do it.
17.
17 for insight. Nice.
10.
Nice. Okay, reflexes. I'm sorry, reaction. Not reflex, reaction. Phew, I'm getting it all wrong. Ah, my goodness, where am I? What game am I playing?
It's okay. It's okay.
Everyone roll your d20s. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
9.
You, sir, you watch it.
Minus 2, 14.
Okay. Bucky, you struggle. You start to duck down underneath this table here. Taking cover there. You're not exactly sure why Relic is yelling to take cover. It seems strange. There's just, this guy on the ground over here who had been knocked down. But you kind of instinctually move to get under the table a little bit. Lyra, you as well, you definitely know that Relic, what he said was really important. However, your reaction speed wasn't the terribly greatest. So you start to run and dive for this door.
Okay.
Do you want to go prone and dive down, or do you want to just run for the door?
I think I'll dive down, like baseball slide, try to get through as much as I can.
Perfect. So yeah, you were here. Yeah, so you get about 15 feet, and kind of throw yourself down. Bucky, you're just kind of kneeled down, semi behind the table. And as you both do that, this window right here bursts open, and a rocket comes soaring into. You hear, this high whistling sound, and a rocket comes bursting through the window, and explodes in the room.
That's not good.
Yes. Give me 1 second as I look up the radius of the anti-personnel rocket.
30 feet.
Nice. Thank you, Connor.
You are welcome. I got it.
You're on top of it.
I in my last note in my document was missile coming next turn. So
It's interesting. I'm only seeing a 2-foot radius.
Yeah, wow. That's so strange.
Wild.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Wild. This is
Alright.
conflicting.
Brandon has the most up-to-date documents.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
it
just
must be,
saying,
it must be.
It's wild. It's
not
wild.
much damage happening there.
It comes through the window, hits about... Oh, that's not it. There we go. "30 feet.
Oh God! You had
Ah, it's a
everybody
rocket.
dodge.
As we
You son-
take a
That
few
was
moments
great.
here,
That was
silence
great.
for this house.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, this
Power
house is in trouble.
Oh, I thought the mattress is in front of the window. We're gonna help with the structure.
How
here.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dare
God.
you have everybody roll a
First you
reflex
do
check?
actual crap, then you make us go somewhere spooky, and now you're throwing rockets at us. I don't appreciate this, Paul.
Yeah, there's
You don't throw
definitely,
a
like,
rocket,
fun
you
mission.
launch it.
What are we all doing? We're headed to the cafe. This mission is all we're doing. Let's all just chill out.
We're going on vacation. That's what
Yeah,
this next
yeah.
This is so we never choose another find a person mission.
Mhm.
Like, we're done rescuing people.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
we make it out alive, it's a. I don't care if they're lost. Don't send me there.
Bucky, I need you to make a dodge check. Well, both of you, Bucky and Lyra, the two of you need to make dodge checks for me.
Oh, thank God, that's not a 1. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. If both of you do not want to be hit, you're going to need to use an edge dice.
Absolutely use an edge dice.
Yep. So how important is that edge dice?
Well, I just told you. Do you want to be hit or not?
It's a
So
rocket.
15 plus 1 is 16.
Okay, and Lyra?
I rolled a 4, 17.
Okay. Lyra, you or actually, and then I need a. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Relic, I need you to go ahead and make a cover save. You can actually cover behind the wall.
Okay.
I know you have your shield ready, but it would be covering behind the wall. So go ahead and make a cover save and give yourself a +3 bonus to that.
Sounds good.
Actually, +4,
Okay.
because you're still fully behind the wall.
16, 17, 18 total. Sorry, 19 total with the +4.
19 total. Okay. Relic, you avoid the blast altogether. The wall that is around you just collapses. This wall blasts inwards. This door gets obliterated.
This is actually heartbreaking. Relic was going to come back for the phone at some point. A shame.
It's never too late to come back with the phone. The
It's
phone is
true.
underground.
The door being destroyed is sad for poor Relic.
Okay.
Easy. We're getting
Bucky,
there.
which one? Which one of your legs is in bad condition? Is it right or left?
Gee, Paul, I don't know. Oh,
I don't know either. I couldn't remember. I think it was right.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
right.
it was
Yeah,
the
you got
right.
hit in the left leg.
He kept rolling a bunch
Okay.
of 2s.
So Bucky, you are going to take. Let's see here. It's 6 damage with Shred 3 and Pierce 2. So 2 damage to your left leg's HP, and then a total of 7 damage to your left leg armor. You also get thrown. Let's see here. 15 feet that way. Lyra, you dodge, but you do get blasted back into this room. Well, there's not much of a room anymore, but over there.
What used to be the room?
What used to be
space
the room.
The room once occupied.
The roof is like starting to collapse in a little bit. The living room wall has collapsed entirely. Like Relic, you're sort of under a decent amount of like rubble of like this wall that has caved inwards from the blast. And then the outside wall, now there's breaks in the outside wall leading out as different pieces of it collapse down. Going to turn order. Right. So we're on the security unit. So that was the security unit who shot the rocket through. And I will go ahead and others. Magnus?
Yes.
Can I have you, so these 3 guards right out here by the generator, they all just start firing at this wall. Okay. Essentially, they've seen a person get like grabbed and pulled in and whatever, and they haven't been able to locate you, so they just start shooting. Okay. So I'm gonna need you to make a dodge check as they kind of shoot blindly.
Let's see. That is a 13.
13. As they start shooting, you're able to dodge barely so, like dodge all of the machine gun fire. Lyra, as you're like lying on the ground inside of the building, you kind of see the wall over here exploding with bullets punching through, whizzing through the room. So this explosion just went off through you. You see machine gun fire just puncturing through the different walls. And you also see a soldier over here see you come through, and he is going to take a shot at you. He is -3 to hit because you're still prone, so I just need you to make a dodge check.
That's really good. That's a 16.
Nice. Very good. You dodge, you kind of roll out of the way as machine gun fire zips past you, just barely hitting you. And Bucky, the guy who was in this room who had come through the window, he comes out and he begins firing at you, you are also prone.
Okay. I guess a dodge check?
Yeah, dodge check.
I am not on my game tonight. 17.
You dodge out of the way. He then holsters his gun and draws out a katana and comes towards
I'm
you.
triggered. No more trauma.
So he's not
No.
swinging, but and that ends the soldiers' turns. Bringing us back up to Magnus.
Okay. I'm going to move back towards the house as there was an explosion. So I'm going to see if there's anyone I can rescue. But I'm going to attempt to kill this guy.
Attempt a coup de grace.
Yes.
Okay.
$13. Pretty low for me.
Yes. As you attempt, the guy doesn't actually see you, but as you're going for him, you hear this soldier over here yell out for him to watch out, and he last minute parries you back with his rifle, Magnus.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at my abilities. So this is not where you force the...
Right. So this is a coup de grace. It's specifically for the coup de grace. Yep.
Yes.
So you have been spotted by somebody else. So you could force stealth against that guy again.
So that's what I was trying to determine is, am I able to, even though I failed the coup de grace, am I still able to force the check on him?
Yes. I mean, it would probably benefit you if you actually move out of vision range.
Oh yeah. I didn't know
before you
when
attempt the stealth.
I needed to do that. This is my first time actually pulling that part off. So I would have to move.
Yep, and then you could, because it's this guy in here who saw
Gotcha.
you. The person inside would make a stealth check against you as well, but
yeah.
You go ahead and make a stealth check, and
right. Thank you.
I'll make it for the inside guy.
18.
Yes. Okay. So you sneak inside the building. The person inside is aiming at your love on the ground, and doesn't seem to be aware of you.
Okay.
Now, I believe you still have a sub action and maybe a little bit more movement.
Yeah. I have 5, 10. I used 20 feet of movement. I still have 40.
Oh, yeah, right. You have the Striders.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. And seeing him looking at her, I will use my sub action to bite his neck. Try to.
Ooh, going for a bite. Does bite? I think bite uses an action, right? I think it would be a claw.
I'm reading it now. Claws are fine. Chompers are not. So it's actually going to just be a claw.
Are you aiming for his head? You would take, of course, a very hefty penalty for that, but he also has -5 because he's unaware of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Okay. So you're going to take a -13 to your roll, but he's taking -5 to his.
And 9.
9. He parries with an 11 unless you want to use an edge dice.
I will absolutely use an edge dice.
Okay.
3.
3 does it.
12.
So you hit him in the head. What are your claws?
Claws. I just moved up for a quick moment. 3 damage, shred 1.
3 damage, shred 1. You slash through most of his helmet and visor. Can I have you make a technicianing check for me, Magnus?
Yeah. 11.
Magnus, their helmets are, from what you can tell, after like slashing through, his helmet, you can tell that their helmets have multi-vision array built in.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna speak a simple phrase to everyone and say, if you're alive, they can see you. They have MMW. Wait, they have multi-vision array. Say that. Because it could be heat or night vision. It could be a lot.
Yes, correct.
So that's what I would say. And that's my turn, I believe.
That's your turn. Relic, you're
Yep.
up. You're going to, before you can really do anything, you're going to need to use a sub-action to push off this like rubble off of yourself. So
Sweet.
that will be a physical manipulation check.
So
Hey, I got that one right.
That was
I didn't
right.
mess up that one.
See, that's
Physical manipulation.
That's good. $14.
14. Yeah, you push off the rubble from on top of you. You're still kind of standing. You were just kind of squat down, your shield
Yeah.
up against the rubble, and you kind of push it off. And take in the room, you see a soldier with a katana standing above Levi, who's on the ground. The devastation, I mean, is very clear. Even like the ground is sagging a little bit from the explosion. You don't see Lyra, or well, actually you do. Never mind, those walls are gone. You see Lyra lying over there, bullets breaking past her as she's like rolling out of the way right as you throw off the rubble. Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. Am I able to run, like here?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Do I need to make a run check? It'd be just 5 extra feet in order for me to like, officially.
Yeah, go
run.
ahead and make just a running check in case you roll like quadruple ones and I have you like trip or something.
Definitely not. That's the best roll. Oh my god, I've had that. That was 6, 10, 14, 22.
Mall walking's paying off.
22. Okay, so you can move 25 extra feet. So I mean, in case you kill this guy or something, you could continue to move. It could be like a running by sort of thing.
That works. I will initiate charge attack. As Relic is of course wont
All right.
to do. Okay, so there. Okay, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18 is your do you have Vorpal blade or is it just normal blade?
It's just the flaming sword. I don't
Normal
have
flaming, okay.
imbue on it yet.
Yeah, roll to see where you hit this guy.
Dokie. 2 right leg.
To the right leg, okay. And that is how much damage?
Let's see here. The Vorpal sword is on its own. Sorry, it's been a while since I ever calculated this.
One hand 6?
6 burn.
Or is this your
2?
two-hander?
No,
this is just your
I've-
one hand.
I've still got my shield out. So that would be 6 burn 2, and then plus whatever the run bonus is.
Plus 2 damage, you're right.
Yes.
Okay, yep.
So
Okay, yeah, so you hack through the armor, slashing his leg, and fire licks out from underneath the armor, as he kind of like stumbles back against the wall, having failed the parry of you running in. Is there anything else you're doing, Relic?
let's see here. I already used my sub action, so no.
Yeah, or use your run.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Magnus,
Mhm,
I need you to make an awareness check for me.
mhm. 13.
Magnus, this soldier who comes to the window, you see him hit something on the side of his visor, and a little orange light turns on his goggles, and he aims up his gun at you and starts shooting at you.
Makes sense.
You, however, can body block, so you're within 5 feet of an engaged target. So what you can do is use the cover instead of dodge. And if you succeed, you can basically in the fight between you and this person in front of you, use them to kind of absorb the hits.
I will gladly do that.
Okay, so you get +3 to a cover save if you're trying to utilize the combatant.
I am trying to utilize the combatant. That would be a 17.
Ooh, 17, you are successful. He hits his buddy in the left arm.
Makes sense.
And Bucky, you're up. You are prone on the ground, a person with a katana above you. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna be like, Shogun, if there was any time to help, it'd be now.
Bucky,
and then can I go ahead?
your leg quality is critical.
That's helpful.
That is good news. That is.
Shogun, you're so helpful.
That's a helpful assessment.
Can I go ahead and start trying to get out of prone?
Yep. That just requires a sub action to stand up, and then you have you can make a half movement. However, doing so will provoke a chance for them to make a attack against you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and obviously stand up, and then I'll move back 5. You said half movement?
Okay. Yep, you can only move 15 feet, but before you do, I need you to make a reaction check.
Okay.
As the soldier tries to hit you with his katana.
Okay. That's great. Please. 16.
Is that with the negative from your suit?
Oh, minus 214.
14. Okay. You successfully move back 15 feet and dodge out of the way of his katana strike. Yeah, what are you doing?
I can't. Was my movement my action, or do I still have action?
No, you still have your action. Yep.
I didn't have my assault rifle out. I had my grenade launcher, so can I go ahead and move to my assault rifle?
That will, so it's usually a sub action to change, so if you use your action to change, you could do that.
Well, yeah, because I already used my sub action, so I'm using my action to change, yeah.
To switch,
So,
okay.
yeah.
You switch out to your assault rifle from your grenade launcher.
Perfect. And that is the end of my turn.
That's your turn. Lyra, you're up and on the ground as well.
Sub action to stand, right?
Yep. And then
Alright,
and 15 or half, you only can make a half movement after standing.
Right. All right, so she'll stand. And so I'm seeing it on the stream. I don't know if it's a light setting or something I've got going on here. I can't see anything over here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry, 1 second. I see what I did there. There we go.
Okay.
The wall is, yeah, this wall's gone.
That makes much more sense. Okay. She is going to take her 15 feet of movement to right here.
Yep.
And then this one that's facing off with her husband.
Yes.
Check which one is the action I have left. She will spend an edge dice and an action to attempt. Is he wounded?
He did get hit in the head. However, it just looks like it did mostly armor damage to his head, and then he got shot in the left arm. But again, it looks like he still has a little bit of armor there as well.
Okay, in that case, she is going to spend both of the edge dice that she has left and attempt to crush it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a crush check.
That's a garbage roll. Absolute garbage roll. That is 13.
13. And you don't have any edge dice left, do you?
Oh, those were the last 2 I used to use it.
He resists your crush attempt. You stretch out your powers, but you are quite shaken from this rocket, from all of the gunfire, and you're just not quite able to manifest against his psyche to really compress him. Anything else, Lyra?
No, that's all I got.
All right.
I just realized, Paul.
Yeah.
The Haludicon nervous system, I get a +3 bonus to reaction. Does that go?
Oh.
Again? I
Yeah,
haven't
that
been
would.
using it. So that
Yeah,
would
you
go
should definitely
for
use that.
reaction?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go. The more you know.
Pretty amazing.
This guy comes in. He does not see you, Lyra. Behind him, he's busy searching for Magnus. Magnus, what did you make for a stealth check?
18.
18. Yeah, so he starts moving this way. He actually does not see Magnus. The other individual comes in. And he stops in the door again, Lyra, not seeing you. He is shooting at Magnus. Magnus, go ahead and you can body parry if you'd like. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the bonus for body parry again?
+3.
19.
19. Yes. He hits his friend in the left arm again. His left arm is now bleeding as the armor on his left arm shatters. He drops his assault rifle as his arm takes the hit. He seems fairly wounded in his left arm. That's him. And all right, Relic.
Yes.
The katana guy is swinging at you.
Sure is.
Oh, I'm rolling pretty decent tonight, guys.
All right, so
Well, stop it.
to use this one again, because I remember there was confusion about this. So I can use melee combat and my shield to deflect because we're in close combat.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
So you would roll melee combat and then add your cover from your shield to it.
Yes.
It's a cover bonus.
That is very okay. 6, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
It is parried with the shield. So your shield takes 5. It's a katana 5 damage and then two-handed, or is it 6 damage and then
It
7
is
damage two-handed?
5 damage
5.
one-handed.
So your shield takes 5 damage.
Okay. Oh, cool. It's not a 5 health. Good lord.
Magnus, the security officer in front of you who now has awareness of you since you slashed his face.
Yep, makes sense.
He grabs his katana, pulls out his katana with 2 hands, and is attempting to swing at you. He, however, does not have working heat vision, so he is taking a penalty to hit you.
All right.
But I'm rolling really freaking good, so I don't know if it matters.
And I can use a dodge for this, correct?
This would be a dodge or a martial combat defense check.
I'll take.
I know you want to make that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is 20 plus 2, 22.
Oh, he got a 21. Very good. Okay, you just dodge out of the way as the katana blade whooshes past the top of your head as you duck down, dodging the katana.
That's sweet.
And let's see here. That's you. And we go back to the top of the turn with Magnus. You're up. And they've got infrared on, so
Yeah. That's a crazy idea. I don't think I should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, just clawing, or are you biting?
I'm going to claws or sub actions. I can do a bite and claws, can I?
Yeah, you could do bite and 2 claws if you hold still.
Precisely. Ooh, I don't know if I want to hold still. I'm gonna do a bite and a claw at least.
Okay. So go ahead and make a bite attack. Does bite have swift though?
That's something I need to look at. I don't know if I just chose to do this for the aesthetic.
I don't think it
Bite-
does, which means
bite
you're going to
doesn't.
be making martial combat check.
You know, I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna attempt to bite him.
You're going to attempt to bite. I love it.
I'm gonna attempt to bite.
You know, the worst thing is he parries you with his katana, so.
In the
it's
mouth.
your mouth that he's.
Yeah, only the
You
worst
know.
part.
Ah!
Sword to the face. Worst
Yeah,
possible.
Oh, well
Um,
parried.
That's a 10. That's pretty good for what I can do.
He definitely parries your your bite attack. Your steel fangs like clomp down onto the blade. Ink. And then I'm guessing you have a claw attack coming next.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, and that one, of course, you can use dexterity as your base when making your martial combat because it's swift.
Don't I use sleight of hand instead?
We actually changed that. So instead you
Oh.
use martial combat, and swift just lets you use dexterity instead of strength.
Oh my god, okay.
That's a more recent change.
Okay. Good to know.
I rolled really terrible though, so don't worry too much.
A 15.
Oh yeah, that hits. Where roll to see where?
Oh yes. The roll for where? A 5.
A 5. Oh, you got his arm that's been shot twice by assault rifles.
Of course I
Oh,
did.
no.
Why wouldn't I go for that?
Yeah. So you rake down his left arm, just splitting it wide open, and he just gushing blood. And he like drops his katana, staggers, grabbing onto his wrist, but kind of
Ooh.
stumbles backwards and slumps down, so he's over here struggling, trying to stop the bleeding as you rip open his major artery.
Ooh. All right. I'm
bite
going to.
Now,
10.
Give him those
15.
chompers now. Ah,
20.
yeah, go out.
25. No. 25. That's where I'm gonna go.
Okay. Making a no, you can't make a you making a stealth check? Are you like trying to hide?
So
Essentially?
that's yeah. That's I'm reworking all this. I've not seen often, so I don't have to re-hide often. Yeah. The new things for me.
I'll allow
Melee
you to make
combat.
a concealment check.
Okay. Well, 19.
19. Okay, thank you. Relic,
Yes.
you're up.
All right. First sub action. Relic gets his Vorpal blade ablazing with his
Ooh, the Vorpal blade has
psionic might.
come.
The second sub action he's going to do is actually cast Bulwark on himself. Because that is
Oh, yep.
important.
Can he do more than one person yet?
Yes, I can. I can do 2 people. Let me double check. I can never remember if the wording says I need to touch them or not.
I think it's the same as your imbue. I don't think it requires touch.
It does not actually. Okay, I will throw that on Bucky because Bucky is within visual range of me.
Okay.
So Bucky, you are bulwarked, and that is adding a mighty 4 points now.
Okay.
Let me just make note of this. Okay. And now he shall attack with the Vorpal blade.
All right.
poor gentleman.
Yeah, Vorpal Blade's mean.
And that was a really good roll. Oh, poor guy. Okay, so that's 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23 total.
23. Roll to see where you hit him.
All right. Would you believe if I said it was his right leg?
Is that where you hit him the last time?
That is another 2, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, what is the? You can move it by 1. Would you like to move it by 1, Connor?
No, I'm sticking.
No?
I'm getting his leg. Let's see here. So this is actually increased now. So because I increased my psionic amp, so it is 5, 6, 7, 8. Plane.
Yeah. With a flaming purpley burst, you sever his leg from the thigh up, and he collapses to the ground, screaming out in pain as the end of his stump is like flaming purple fire.
Unfortunate for him. I used 2 sub actions, so I can only move 15 feet. But I will move. Let's see here. You know what? Actually, there was a rocket that just went through that window, so I'm actually scooting this way.
Okay.
And that is Relic's turn.
This guy comes through the window, and he holsters his gun and pulls a katana. Bucky, you're up.
There's no wall here, right?
Correct. Yep, no wall.
So
yep, so you can
I
see
can
these 2
see-
soldiers in here.
Okay, I can see them. I'm going to take aim at this soldier, and with.
Are you using your scope? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think. Well, I mean, I can see them, so I don't.
Well, the scope. Sorry, I didn't know what you meant by taking aim. So there's in the game, you can either use your scope using a sub action, which usually gives you a bonus to hit if you have a scope on your assault rifle, or you can, if you're aiming, you can actually forfeit your action to gain a +5 bonus to aiming. Or you can just shoot at him. I just wasn't sure what you meant by.
I mean,
aiming.
the thing is, I don't need to aim because never mind. Ignore that, all of that. I'm just gonna start firing this way at this person.
Yeah. What is your gun on semi-automatic or is it on burst?
Burst.
Burst. Okay.
It hasn't been on semi-auto in a while.
No worries. So go ahead and shoot at that guy.
All right. Let's see. 17, 18.
18. He got a 20, Bucky.
I mean, I
Are
could
you gonna edge dice or it's up to you?
I got a 2.
A 2, that hits. Roll to see where.
Okay. 2.
2, his right leg. And
What's with all the
does
right
your-
legs?
yeah, you guys are taking out the legs big time tonight.
This was last session though. You hit everybody in the right leg. It was wild.
You did indeed.
Yeah. Especially Bucky. I mean, Bucky's
That
right
was
leg
rough.
is basically just like armor framework right now.
Yeah.
So Bucky, your gun is just a normal 5 damage burst, right? Or do you have any special ammo?
It's armor piercing rounds, so it's pierce 2, and then damage 5.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you puncture a couple rounds into his right leg. He kind of drops to his knee briefly. Anything else you're doing, Bucky?
I'm going to go ahead and start moving. Actually, how like covered is like the rubble like right here?
I mean, you can definitely still get into the basement, but it is pretty difficult terrain to get through. It's going to take...
I don't need to get through anything. I just was going to, like, move up and, like, cover, quote unquote.
And use it. Without going prone, you're probably not going to get any
Correct.
cover from the rubble.
That's fair. That's fair. So I'm just
Are you
stay
done?
Right there. I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. Lyra. Here you are. All three of these soldiers have their back to you.
None of them have seen me yet.
Yeah, they seem to be fixated on your husband, who has been murdering them left and right.
He's really good at that. That's what I keep him around for. It's risky, but since no one has seen her yet and Magnus is keeping eyes on him, she's going to go ahead and take her full action to do some psionic channeling to get a couple edge dice back.
That's why I did it.
Lyra, go ahead and make a stealth check as you channel.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine. If you say so. Oh, fuck. That is a 17.
17. Very good.
Nice.
Okay, so Lyra, you go ahead and channel. Do you make a check for channeling? No.
I don't believe so.
No.
It's just half your edge dice, or what is it? Oh, your amp or your
is-
resonator.
Yes, you gain your
it's my
resonator.
amplifier.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, it's my resonator value,
Resonator.
which is still
Yeah.
hot garbage at the moment, so I get 2 back.
There you go. That's 2 more than you had. So, yeah, the soldiers do not notice. You start channeling up your powers. This soldier, 1, 2, 3, comes through the doorway. Let's see here. He comes through the doorway, Magnus, but he doesn't see you, so he takes a couple more steps. He's just moving through this corridor. This soldier starts just booking it this way, having been shot at by Bucky. And Bucky, he turns to you and is shooting at you.
Okay. We can dodge. Or I guess dodge or reaction.
Dodge.
Okay. Oh. 23.
Oh yeah, he definitely misses you. It pelts into the wall behind you. And then he shifts down this way.
Okay.
Coming through this window, Lyra, you see this window get broken in and a soldier comes through. He used his action to come through the window, but he definitely sees you.
No.
Bucky, I need you to go ahead and make a dodge check for me.
Okay. Oh no. $16. Mine, like, 14.
All right, Bucky. Your right arm gets hit by a sniper round that comes through the wall over here for 5 damage.
Oh, I heard right, and I was like, "Oh God, not again!"
Riley!
Just-
God.
Ugh.
Okay.
And that returns us to top of turn order. Magnus, it is getting hairy in here. There are, you can hear the footsteps of troopers, the breaking of windows. Yeah, just constant gunfire, screams.
Is the
You know.
window in front of me open, or is it boarded up?
That
I remember
one,
people came in through there.
Yeah, that one is broken open.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to coup de grace this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Blue.
Jesus.
Oh my god. That was only a 15.
One more second. If you edge dice, you'll succeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my other edge dice.
How do you kill this guy?
So I'm actually going to keep it simple, and it looks like there's a sink next to me, and I'm gonna like reach into the sink, and grab a spoon and just jam it into the side of his skull.
It's literally the easiest way to kill anyone. So
Yeah, it's so easy. All right, you spooned man to death.
Just right to the temple.
Just Jello. Right. Pudding cups.
So reach
All right.
down, grab spoon, do that, and then I would like to make my way to this window and jump back out.
Perfect.
Boom.
Go ahead and make another stealth check since that alerted people to your presence as a spoon goes jamming through their buddy's head right in front of them.
he was terrified of spoons. We promised him he'd never die that way.
23.
Okay, you remain stealth.
So I'm going to do that, and then, let me look, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Magnus, can you make an awareness check?
Again? Much. 13. I'm getting the number 13 a lot tonight.
13. You do notice, probably several hundred yards away, there is a like a military transport truck parked over near like a rock outcropping.
What direction is it in?
Kind of the northeast.
Okay.
Okay. If that's the direction. Damn, there's snipers. I would relay that to everyone.
Okay.
Do I have enough to, there's a military vehicle several hundred yards away. Do you want me to take care of it? That's what I'm trying to say.
We should steal it.
If we can get to it, I can drive it.
Okay.
Relic, you're up.
All right. Relic is gonna try to get through this door here. So
I'll break through the window. Yeah, are
Oh,
you
yeah,
like
yes.
You're gonna like run? You're like
yes,
running
yeah,
through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's the,
So go ahead and use a. Let's see here. Yeah, go ahead and make a physical manipulation check.
okay. 13.
Perfect, and then followed by a running check.
Okay. That's pretty cool. 15, 16, 17.
All right, Relic, you move 25 feet, blasting, shattering through this window. And you see that there is this guy who's wounded from one of Bucky's grenades. He had gone thrown, blasted through a wall.
Mhm.
And a guy who is helping pick him up. You also see a set-up mounted rocket launcher over here, presumably where this guy came from to go help his ally.
Okay. I don't see the person who's been taking pot shots at.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and make an awareness check.
Okay. 13, 14, 15.
15. You do spot a figure on top of a rock outcropping, also about 300 yards away. You see it with a mounted sniper rifle. I mean, it's very, very tiny, but you can tell he's mounted a sniper rifle and has been taking pot shots over at you guys.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Good.
You also see a vehicle, also another vehicle parked out kind of in the southwest by that rocky outcropping.
Okay. Do I have bonus movement, or did it take all of that?
Yeah.
To get
No,
to it?
25. So you still have all your movement. So you still have another 25 feet. You could move. You just can't charge with it.
That's fine. I will come over here still. I will actually come over here to potentially body block with these guys. And I shall.
You can't attack, so you use your action to run, and the only time you can
perfect.
attack is if you do a charge action.
Then
so you have
I
a sub action.
Yeah. You know what? I will. With my awareness check, do I see the sniper like notice me, or is he, are they still pretty much like just they're not really moving? They're still locked on the spot that they've been shooting at.
With your plain, mundane human eyes, non-modified human eyes, you can't tell. It looks like just a small figure in the distance. Really can't tell directionality. You know they're facing your direction, but that's pretty big.
You know, Paul, I never took you for a corporate show. I don't know in whose pocket you've been, but the eyes God gave Relic are good enough. Nope, there we go. All right, that's fine. What Relic will do then is, it's an action to grapple. So I'm just going to ready up the shield and prepare to in a menacing way accost these two with my sword.
And with that, this trooper who was running towards the kitchen, his buddy, having seen you, Lyra, he turns around facing you, Lyra, and is going to shoot at you.
He doesn't have to do that. $13 to dodge.
Oh yeah, you got hit. You got hit in the left arm, or no, right arm.
Okay.
It's a Knight of Rights. For 5 damage.
Okay, so that's 3 armor and then 2 to health, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Bucky, you're up. This guy came in shooting at you. You took a sniper round to the right arm as well. What are you doing?
I will. How do I measure again?
Bucky. My target scanners indicate those are gas barrels behind the figure.
I thought you were gonna tell me about my leg and how I shouldn't run, but okay.
That is incorrect. I told you about gas barrels.
You did. Great timing.
Bucky stops and just keeps talking to Shogun.
Shogun, you're so helpful. Can you help me get out of here? Okay, cool. Well, with the help of Shogun, instead of aiming for him, can I aim for
The barrels?
I guess I mean I can't really aim. It's burst fire, so.
Yeah, you can. I mean, but you're shooting at the barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Oh no.
Make a firearm shot and
Yeah.
-3 from it.
18, -3, 6, 15.
15. You hit them, and they explode.
Still have not blown up any of my teammates yet, I would like to say.
How big is that explosion from them gas barrels?
Yes.
1 second. We're getting to that. Yeah, that's 20. Okay.
Oh!
She's good.
Oh! Yep.
Boom! The gas barrels blow up behind this guy, shredding his back armor. He goes flying forward, prone on the ground, and his back is on fire from the large explosion.
Good.
And the building is now on fire on the south side.
Well, if he would have just learned in elementary school, you duck and roll.
And
Yes,
this
stop,
wall is
drop, and roll.
destroyed.
Yeah,
Stop,
yeah,
drop, and roll.
It's good.
yeah.
I didn't learn either, apparently.
Duck and cover
I
was
about
the
to
old
say, but
Cold
that
War
was
thing.
underwater.
And tuck and roll is how you jump out of a moving vehicle.
Listen,
This guy was
Dodge.
not equipped for any
Duck.
situation.
This honestly sounds like the best line of insults, but Levi
Yeah.
and Bucky would shout out.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I hate that she's me. I hate that
Bucky,
she's
this
me.
isn't dodgeball. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, What else are you doing, Bucky?
I'm gonna go ahead and before I get sniped again, start making my way
Down.
this way. So 20, 25. Yep, 30. Okay. Perfect. I'm still gonna use my final action.
Okay. Did you close that door?
Oh, it's been closed.
Oh, it's been closed. Okay, sounds good. Are you opening it or keeping it closed?
I'm closed for now.
Okay, sounds good. All done, Bucky?
Yeesh.
Okay, with that, Bucky runs up to the kitchen door, getting some cover. Lyra, you're up. You have two
Lyra.
soldiers facing you.
2 soldiers facing me. She is gonna use an edge dice to attempt to shove this one into this one.
Ooh,
Nice.
very good. Go ahead and make your psionics check.
18.
18. That critically succeeds. So his head goes slamming into his buddy. His buddy is, I don't remember the exact tenets of it, but I think it's a distance moved, right?
Yes. Let me down by my body parts. Okay. Telekinetically push or pull an object in a straight line.
Yep, so you're moving this way.
Ooh,
Ooh, I think I need to make. Go ahead. Go
For
ahead.
every point scored above willpower, you may push pull the target 5 feet.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, you're moving him a
Points.
long distance.
Yeah.
Go on. And then if he collides with the person,
um.
I think they have to make a resistance check or they get dragged along.
Yeah, let me push lifted. Okay. If the object collides with another object / target, they both take 1 damage for every 10 feet moved and every 1,000 pounds of object. If the object it collided with is not fastened, then it is dragged along with the push-pulled object for the remainder of the movement. If a dragged object collides with a third object, then both take an additional 1 damage following the damage rules above and counting distance from the point of contact with the first object.
So
Continue this
the
process
guy's
until you're out of movement.
the guy's head takes 2 points of damage. His buddy doesn't take any, but they are dragged way out. You just see these two characters just get like forcibly ejected from the building.
It's like God
yeah.
took 2 little fingers and just ragdolled them out.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Lyra, then what are you doing?
Lyra is going to look back into this room to see where her friends are.
She sees none of them, but she does see a guy laying prone with his back on fire.
Okay. She will she'll reach out to probably her husband. Where have you gone? Where do I need to go?
I'm also gonna have to state, while this is all happening, screen cuts to Riken on an airplane with elevator music playing.
Yes.
Nothing happening, just staring out the window.
Drinking like a martini, just chilling.
Ah.
No. It'd be like a screwdriver, right? Just a little orange juice, maybe a Bloody Mary.
Lyra, anything else?
Oh, you reached out to me, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah.
I would just say, keep drawing blood, my love.
All right. Then that was 20 feet. Then she is going to come back in here, and she's going to move to follow the people that she threw to keep drawing blood.
All right. The guy who's on fire, he is rolling around on the ground with his turn to put out the
Yes, you can
fire,
let him
and then he moves. Oh, he crawls over to that wall.
He remembered.
Yep.
Yeah. And Magnus, the guy in front of you, this is like the wounded guy. He draws out a combat knife, and he is swinging at you.
I know he saw me.
Oh, not Magnus. Apologies. We're down by
Oh.
Relic, not
Yes.
Magnus.
Okay, that
Wrong,
makes
wrong
sense.
name. Wrong name. That
Same
yeah.
guy.
Okay. 16.
16. Yes, you parry that easily, and that goes against your bulwark. So 2 off of your bulwark.
Yep.
His second knife attack.
Good. 16, 17, 18.
Handedly parried again. That strips your bulwark, and one more knife attack. And he keeps on stabbing at you frantically.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're getting
Yes.
better at this. Each
That's-
time.
2 damage off of your shield.
Yes. All right. Let me add all this. Gone down to 13. We are solid.
The other one, Relic, is attempting to grapple you.
Yeah. Okay. $17.
17. Oh, to his 17. You just rebuff his grapple, pushing him back with your shields. He almost kind of got around your shield to get around behind you. And with that, then he slung his sort of assault rifle behind him, tries to grapple you. As you rebuff him backward, he draws out his katana.
Sounds good. I like it.
This guy, seeing his 2 buddies get thrown from the building, is like in shock. He's like, what the hell? And then he kind of cautiously looks around through the window, kind of ducks in. Seeing you, Lyra, he is taking a shot at you. He pulls back, pulls out a grenade, then comes back forward again, Lyra, and he is tossing a grenade.
Rude.
I get that. Yeah.
Let me think about this for just.
Two people just flew out of the building. I'd throw a grenade
Yeah,
at that. Too.
That's actually very fair. His line of thinking is unimpeachable. I mean, that is right.
Is this a dodge or a reaction?
This is a dodge.
That
And
is
yeah, go ahead. 18. Lyra, you are getting hit by this concussion grenade. And sadly, at the epicenter, he nailed the throw. This one is going to your right leg, because that's all I ever hit in this game, apparently.
Right leg.
That's it.
Right leg, yeah. So that is going to be a lot of damage. Lyra, how much armor do you have on your right leg?
She was hit in the right leg last session. She has 5 health left in her right leg.
Lyra. Well, Lyra, would you like to use your capstone to dodge this?
An edge dice won't cut it.
Edge dice will not cut it.
Then yes, she's absolutely gonna use her capstone to dodge this.
All right, go ahead and use your capstone.
That's another 18.
On your okay, yeah. You dodge out of the way of this explosion, Lyra. Getting back to about here as the concussion grenade goes off. Yeah, that would have definitely blown up your leg had it succeeded. And with that, Magnus, you're up. Actually,
Well, oh,
1 second, Magnus.
okay.
Magnus, I need you to make a dodge check.
Not as much. $20. 19, not 20.
19. It got a 22.
I will edge it.
All right.
4.
Ah, you rascal. All right. A sniper round whizzes past your left ear, slamming into the building.
Whoa!
And now it's your turn, Magnus.
I don't think I've been called a rascal by anyone in quite a long time.
In my entire adult life.
yeah. Which I love. That was quite nice. I'm gonna kill a guy who just tried to kill a guy who just threw a grenade at my wife.
All right. Go ahead and attempt a coup de grace.
$18.
How do you drop him?
I would actually just like grab the back of his head and put my like claw, like my thumb, like right up under the old
Like the
skull
brainstem?
there. Yeah, just
Yeah.
and then I would move back in. So I would like run up, do that, throw him down, and then try to get through this window.
I move back in. Yep.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Can I use a hypo on Lyra?
Yeah, on her right leg.
You have 2 things that are badly injured, right? Your right leg and your arm.
Yeah, the right leg is worse off.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Magnus, do you have Swiss fingers?
Son of a bitch, I don't.
You need an action to administer drugs
An
unless
action
you
without it.
have Swiss fingers.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Goodness,
Oh,
it's so
I-
interesting. You say you don't, and yet I remember Relic giving you a
I think he has 3
And
pairs
then-
actually. You just
Yeah,
need
and then all of a
Lyra
sudden-
has one of them on her
Oh,
now,
mm,
and I just, I've got the Swiss fingers. They're just on like a belt jangling around. I don't know where they are.
Yep, I was about to
Um,
say, like, at this
what are
point,
these
you're just collecting
keys?
hands.
Yep, I'm a hand collector
Just
apparently.
decorations.
We might be having another cannibal conversation. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's an offensive serial killer stereotype. They don't all collect stuff.
The last person I'd wish to
Sorry,
offend
pardon, didn't mean to
would
offend.
of course be, yeah, that would be very rough. How rude. of me to assume.
Okay, yeah, I do not have the Swiss fingers installed currently.
So you kind of run up and you kneel down to assist your love, who has, yeah, you're on the ground again, having dodged the explosion, who narrowly escaped calamity.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
Relic,
Oh wait a
you're
minute,
up.
this all collapsed
yeah.
where we are over here.
Yeah, there's no anywhere you can see outside is because there's no wall there any longer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
You're
Thank
very
you.
exposed.
All right. Relic is gonna do what Relic's favorite thing to do is. He's gonna attack with sword.
With the Vorpal blade.
Yes. He'll smack.
Going for the
Arumi.
injured guy or the katana guy?
I will go for the injured guy. The injured guy
Okay.
is a little too swift on his feet for my liking. This will knock him down a peg. 17?
Oh, that hits. Roll
All
the super.
right.
And you can move it by 1.
Look at that. All right. It is his lower torso. Is he? Where is he wounded?
Yeah, he's wounded in his upper torso.
I will move it to his upper torso then.
All right, and you drive the Vorpal blade straight through him. Just stick him like skewered. And just fire, purple flames burst out, and he slumps over your blade as you withdraw it, collapsing to the ground.
That is a happy image. Excellent. Then I will. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I've got the dice to spare, and I'm just a little bit nervous for myself. I'm gonna cast Foretell on myself.
Ooh. What does that do again?
It adds one. It adds my sonic amplifier value bonus to the next skill check.
Ooh, very good. Nice.
Yes. And he shall cast his mind forward and think of the battles of the past that he's read about. And that will be that's all Relic can do. That's his turn.
Thinking about the Roman Empire.
That's it. What would they have done?
We need a phalanx.
Yes, yeah. Ah, yes, of course. A
Bucky, you're up.
testudo.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open this. Yep,
You
I
open the
opened
door.
I opened the door.
Nope. What are you doing?
Hey. Cool. Dead bodies. We love to see dead bodies. This
The man
one-
with a
Well, not
spoon
this
in his
one.
head.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's still kicking.
Someone was
though.
hungry.
I'm gonna.
This one has a katana out.
McGee over here.
I'm gonna go ahead and start. I just open the door and start shooting. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I will, in fact, start shooting.
Perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5. 19, 20.
20, you hit him. Roll to see where. And you can move it by 1.
3. We should just
Okay, that's-
let's do 2. All the right lanes.
You want to move it to his right leg?
No.
Or are you doing lower torso or upper torso?
Upper torso.
Upper torso. Okay, you deal 5 damage to his upper torso as you shoot. Open up the door, immediately start firing into this guy. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and step in. Just step in, make it a little easier.
Oh, you're going up into his close to his melee range.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that because you said katana.
Yeah, he has a katana.
No, because sniper, but katana. You know what? We're staying right there. I'm not moving. Not moving.
All right. Lyra, you're up, having narrowly avoided your death.
Okay. Lyra is going to. This guy appears still awake and on fire, right?
He's not on fire any longer, but he is awake. He's prone in the rubble, so he's kind of hard to see.
If she can see him, she's gonna use her other edge dice to give him a push into the closest wall.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and use push.
$16.
Oof. You don't need to push him into the closest wall. You can slide him all the way over to this one.
Fabulous.
4, 5, 6, 7, and it's
Fucking
1
dead.
damage for every 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay. So he takes 3 damage to his lower torso as his back slams. He gets dragged from the rubble and slammed into this wall over here.
And then she is going to wave off her husband and use her Swiss fingers to give her own damn self a hypo.
In your leg, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Perfect. What's the potency of the hypo?
1d4.
All right, go ahead and roll a 1d4 as you jab the hypo into your leg. Also remember to increase your addiction meter by 1 in your character sheet.
All right, and that is 3.
3, nice. So you're back up to 8 HP in your leg. Right leg.
And then that was my sub action, so she cannot stand. That's it.
Okay. So Lyra takes up her fingers, her middle finger opens up into a syringe, and she stabs herself with a hypo, healing back onto her leg after using her mind powers to throw this guy into the wall. This guy, baffled by what just took place, he sees Bucky back to and sees Lyra, and he stands, draws his katana, and moves in on Bucky.
Can't get away from
Actually,
the katana.
he moves up, trying to break as much vision with the woman who just moved him with her hand, and he's swinging at you, Bucky, from behind.
You know, I will be using that +3 on my reaction now.
No, this
Or-
is not
no, it's a
reaction. This
dodge.
is dodge. Reaction's never used to dodge
Yeah,
things
I
unless
know.
it's a
Listen,
reaction attack.
listen, I now knowing that I had a +3 to reaction and I haven't been using it, all I want to do is use it now. So
There's a way Paul can grant your wish.
Many ways.
There are a lot of ways Paul can make that wish come true.
So 24.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, you easily dodge out of the way of this katana coming from behind you.
It was gonna be a 26, but you know.
Well, actually, it was only a 21, but that's still ridiculous. So, Relic, this guy sees you just impale his buddy, and
Yeah.
he Can you make an intimidation roll?
Ooh, actually, you know what? I put points in intimidation just for this. So,
I love that.
alright, let's see here. That is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13?
13. He starts to run away from you, so you get to make a reaction check, and if you want to use your gleam, you can.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. 14.
14. You hit him. Roll to
Okay.
see where.
6.
That's 6. So in the left arm, you strike him in his left arm with the Vorpal blade, slashing easily through his armor, because it's 8 damage right now, right?
It is 8 damage
Because it's
with
imbued.
energy and burn 2, yes.
And burn 2. Jesus. Yeah, his arm catches with the purple flames of your psionic fiery energy as he moves away, and he starts running this way. Now with his arm on fire and none too happy about it.
Indeed. I should think not. Wow, okay. He's scooting. He is scooting his way out.
Bucky, another soldier enters through the window. also with a katana drawn, and starts moving towards you. Magnus, you're up.
Okay. Oh. Changes plans a bit. Can I pass through an ally space normally?
Yeah, you can move through an ally space.
You can get as close to Lyra as you want.
There you go.
And you don't even need to pass through her space. Remember, that wall isn't there.
Right, it just doesn't let me pass that way unless I do the old. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's not necessarily what I'm doing. Things have changed. Okay. I am going to use communications. I can see this man running. Can I see that rocket launcher on the ground?
Yep, you see the rocket launcher unmanned, just sitting over there.
When I was back here, I'm trying to see if I could see Relic as I was running up at all. I could not. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. South side of the building, there's a rocket launcher unmanned. There's vehicles nearby. Use it. And I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 45. Attempt to coup de grace that guy.
Okay. Gotta make a stealth check.
Yes, sir. That is only a 17.
17. Do you want to edge dice that?
You know,
Not because of him, but because the other guy who can see sees you. And about with the 19.
I will use that for that. That is a 3.
Okay. How do you coup de grace this guy?
I would probably just run, like slide forward, hand in the stomach, like up in the soft spot of the armor, and just rip downward, just slam.
Debowel him. Nice. That's
yeah,
lovely.
yeah, the old disembowelment.
Disembowel him. No, I don't like the sound of that.
And then,
disembowel.
And then I will fall my last 5 feet that way against the wall.
Razor claws come up, slashing under the armor, ripping out his bowels. You hear the soft pattering of blood and intestine behind you, Bucky. As you, you don't actually even see Magnus, as you just hear horror taking place.
Yeah, because I hadn't even started reacting to him yet.
Yeah, Relic, you're up.
All right.
Sounds like you dropped a bucket of water balloons on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bucket
What
of
is
water
this?
balloons.
Gross.
You gotta paint the picture here, folks. Come on.
Yeah, so Relic is actually had the exact same idea as Magnus. He was gonna be beelining it towards the missile launcher. So he shall begin, as many of his turns do, with running. After Amon, you know what? Honestly, the ability to run is really quite great.
You're
You
just a
sane
free
Relic.
pony. You can just
15.
Did we just discover the next book?
That's running free. Yourself as a pony.
All right, you run over to the rocket launcher. As you're running over, I need you to go ahead and make either a cover or a dodge save.
makes sense.
All right, I shall do a cover save for sure.
The sniper is like, shit.
14,
Uh-huh.
15, 16, 17, 18.
18. It hits your shield for 5 damage.
Okay.
You bring up your shield as you're going over. You hear like a bang, and just instinctively you kind of bring up your shield just ever so slightly, taking the sniper round in the shield, unfazed, and getting over to the rocket launcher. So you get to the rocket launcher. What are you doing? You have sub action left.
Yeah. So I guess the only thing that I'm going to be looking at is how loaded is this thing? Is it like primed and ready to go?
It looks like it was halfway being loaded, so like the rocket is sitting in like the slider, but was never actually loaded.
Okay.
Seemingly the guy abandoned it at that point to probably go help his ally.
Then, if I may, as my sub action, I would like to at least finish reloading it so that it is ready to go for next turn.
Hey, thanks, Dungeon Mr. Ty, for swinging by. Appreciate you joining the stream. Yeah, you finish reloading the rocket. It is an anti-personnel rocket that was loaded inside of there.
Gorgeous.
Bucky, this soldier comes running towards you after you had shot him with his katana swinging at you.
Okay. One, 19.
19. He got a 21. Are you edge dicing? Or taking it?
I have 2 more. I will edge dice.
Okay.
Let's see.
You need to get a 2.
3.
3, okay. You barely dodge out of the way of the katana as it comes slicing through several planks of wood as it barely misses you. Bucky, you're now up, but are in engagement range with the person in front of you.
Okay. Instead of using a sub action to take my grenade launcher out, I'm going to lob a concussion grenade into this room.
So are you just tossing one?
Yes.
Okay, still
'Cause I
takes a
don't-
sub action to grab that grenade.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna grab. Okay, then I'm just gonna grab my freaking concussion gun. Concussion gun. My grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher, yep.
Yeah.
So you switch out the assault rifle for your grenade launcher, and you're going to shoot a
Concussion.
grenade where? Concussion
I'm-
grenade right there.
I'm aiming for here so that I can run away. Actually.
So that would
wait,
hit
Wait. Hold on. Let me do my.
just that one person.
Hold on. Let me do my measurements.
If you shot Bucky instead, if you shot up
had
here,
Yeah, I had it mapped. I think
That would-
Yeah. That's what
that would be.
I had it mapped earlier. I wanted to move it right here or right here, but he moved. Okay, yeah, right there.
Right there. Okay. Go ahead and make a grenade launcher shot. And this is a concussion grenade?
Yes. 24, 25, 26.
Goodness.
Jeez.
I mean,
Doing her
it's
job.
It's the
No,
five,
I mean, like,
it's the 5 dice plus 2
yeah.
heavy ballistics.
No, I mean, it's
incredible.
what you're good at.
That- yeah.
It's like Relic hitting someone with his sword. Like, that's...
Is this the first time you've shot that thing?
No.
No, she shot it a
No.
couple of times in the mission earlier
Oh,
on.
that's right.
Um,
She did pot shot at my face in the dark. That I do remember.
Yeah, it was that one too,
There's
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Oh, and there was also the time where Magnus could have also been part of the grenade as well, but
Hey.
Concussion grenade is 5 damage plus 2 in fully confined space, correct?
yep, it's 5
Alright.
plus fully enclosed
Yeah.
plus 1 with
Yeah,
at
they
least
are
2
mean.
walls. Because this wall
Um,
is this wall still up technically?
That wall is still up, yeah. So it is technically a confined space on all 4 sides in a roof, but just barely, and not for long. So for the first guy hit, where do you hit him with the concussion grenade?
Let me roll 3.
3, okay. Lower, or actually you can move it to upper torso where you hit him with your
Upper.
gun. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he goes blasting through the wall and spatters against this wall over here, as his chest just takes the concussive force and bursts open.
Just another bucket of water balloons. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
This
Water
guy
balloon
goes
guy.
flying through the wall, his head just gone from the concussive force.
Oh,
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All right, so we've graduated a little bit. It might be closer to a Gallagher show now.
Yeah.
Lyra, a decapitated, burning body comes breaking through the wall as you're lying on the ground and lands there. And as it does, Lyra, I need you to make an awareness check for me.
I would love to do that for you.
I feel like I know what this is gonna be for.
And actually, Bucky and Magnus, can you both also make an awareness check for me?
I know exactly what this
Yeah.
is for.
13 for Lyra.
12.
9, 10, 11, 12.
All right, the three of you all around here just... and you see the roof starting to break in downwards, the wall starting to collapse as the whole building is starting to collapse inward. Lyra, what are you doing?
Lyra is going to use her sub action to stand.
Uh-huh. And make 15 feet of movement?
Yep. She is going to make her way out of this lovely burning building we have found ourselves in. Let me switch.
Oh yeah, it's also on fire, isn't it?
There.
Yeah, you've made a wreck of this place.
Nice house.
She, with her cyber oculus, she is going to zoom in so she doesn't have a penalty and fire a shot off at this guy who's on fire down here.
Yeah, with your pistol?
Yep.
How about
Yeah,
that?
let's do it.
10.
Your pistol unfortunately misses.
Okay. That's it. That's all she's got.
I've got a mountain of corpses to go through. The guy with the burning arm, he keeps on running, just blitzing away his arm on fire as he's trying to put it out while running towards the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Magnus, you start to see the little figure up on the rock outcropping, right near the kind of military transport vehicle, start to dismantle the weapon on top of the rock and looks to be about to move for the transport vehicle.
Yeah, no doubt.
Magnus, you're up. I need you to go ahead and actually, Bucky and Magnus, I need the two of you to make a reaction check to see if you get to take your turn before this place comes down.
Got it.
20.
3, 4, minus 2, so 22.
Okay. Magnus, you can go ahead and take your turn.
All right. Take my turn. I'm gonna first say they're packing shit up. If you've got it, shoot it. That'll be that. And I'm actually
That was almost Arnold there, Magnus.
That
I
was-
almost
yeah.
heard
Yeah, I
it in the
know.
chat box.
It's tough.
They're
Yeah.
packing up.
You know,
That's
where
what-
the
yeah.
countries, they're
Yeah,
not. They're actually not that close.
yeah. That is true. That is very true. Yeah.
right.
Stupid thing. I see Lyra is over there, safe. I'm gonna come on. All right.
You have
no,
to move through your
yeah.
alley. Yep, there you go.
20, 25, 30. How about the window?
Yes, and as you get out the window, I need you to go ahead and make a dodge check.
That's what I wanted to know right there. Oh. 17.
To a 21. You could edge dice it, but you're gonna need a 4.
I got 2. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
All right. That's a 4.
Oh my goodness. And yet he remains unhit.
Yeah.
Pull up the-
Magnus.
Pull up the center of the legs, you know, like.
Magnus, bullet whizzes by you as you jump out of the window yet again, dodging the attack. The sniper round. And I think you still have 20 feet of movement.
I do. How far away did you say that thing is?
The sniper?
Yeah.
Pretty far, but you also have striders, so maybe you could get to him if you started booking his direction before he gets into the transport. The sniper's up on a rock outcropping, so the sniper needs to climb down from
I'm going for it.
Okay, so you're gonna start blitzing over there.
Yeah, and I can do run checks. I get an additional 10 to my run, and
Okay.
then whatever I roll. So
Perfect. I'll just have you make a single running check as you blitz across the field towards.
okay,
the sniper.
it's an additional 10 feet, not 10 to the roll. By the way, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
10 feet.
complicate
Yep. It's a static bonus 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that matters.
That is 8. No, it's
8.
not.
Okay.
It is not. That would be 13.
13. Nice. Okay, Relic, on to you.
Yeah.
Magnus goes sprinting towards the north, the sniper, and I'm assuming you're swiveling that rocket launcher around.
You know it. Do I see my sniper packing up, or is he like, oh, I'll stick around? He's
No,
packing up
he is
too.
definitely, he's already packed up. You see him moving towards the edge of the rock
Okay.
to head towards the transport.
How? Here's a question.
Yeah.
How close? What Relic is looking to do, and he can discard this idea immediately, but what Relic is looking to do is to see if there is a point where both Burning Man and Sniper will be close enough that he can peg both with this anti-personnel rocket, because it's not going to do as much to the truck, right? It's an anti-personnel rocket. So what he's looking to do is just blow the 2 people who are going to be taking the truck away, and then perhaps procure the truck for his own escape.
What he can do is start aiming where he thinks that might take place.
Beautiful.
And depending on how quickly the other soldier runs across the field, and the one gets down from the rock outcropping, I'll let you know if they if that crosses paths or not. Though I'm assuming you would rather shoot the one who is gonna get there soonest, if that's the case, right?
Yes, yep. That is exactly it. What will I need
Bucky.
to roll for anything? Anything?
Oh yeah, no, you're just taking a turn to aim, so remember you have a stacking
Sweet.
plus
That's
5
the
to hit.
Beautiful.
Bucky, you're up. And the building is about to collapse. In fact, even the floorboards are starting to collapse inwards down into the basement.
After seeing Magnus go through the window, her and her armor are gonna start bucking for the window.
Yeah.
Do I need to do any type of run check? Because that's not gonna happen.
Bucky, I recommend running.
Oh, it's so good.
Cool.
Says Shogun, your power armored
Cool.
AI.
So, hey, Shogun, remember how we're in a very heavy suit?
Run very quickly, Bucky.
Cool. Do you want me to do a running check? Because it's 2 and I'm going.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
Absolutely. You know I do.
Oh,
I love when you get me roll the dice for things.
surprisingly, it was actually better than I thought it would be.
See? Shogun knows what he's
Nice.
talking about. All right. Bucky, so you can go ahead and move an extra 10 feet. So you can move a grand total of 40 feet.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay. Anything else you're doing, Bucky? You have a sub action.
No.
No. And Lyra, what are you doing?
Lyra, can I still see? You know, I can't see off the map, obviously, but
Yeah, you
The
can still
one
see the guy with the burning arm.
yeah, she's gonna take another shot at him.
Yeah, are you using a sub action to aim? I mean, to use the scope?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and take your first shot.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's what lets me shoot the extra distance, right? Is that my eyes or is that the scope for my pistol?
Your eyes just naturally let you shoot the distance. Do you have a
Okay.
scope on your pistol?
I actually don't believe I do. Let me double check.
Oh, okay.
Though.
Usually that just means that you hit the target easier.
Oh, I do. I do have a simple sight, so my +3. So we'll sub action that.
Okay. So your first shot, remember to add +3 to it.
Oh, I need that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I believe.
That hits. Roll to see where.
Okay.
Where you
He's
really
sick,
want to
right?
hit is the was it right arm, Connor, or left arm?
If it was right on.
It was the right arm.
Yeah, probably right arm. I've been rolling right arms all
I
night.
think it's
so,
just a lot of right.
yeah.
That's a 2.
2. That's the right leg. Close. You peg a shot against his left leg into his armor. Is this
You
the
only do
revolver?
Yeah, I was gonna
or
say, I
this-
think you should do, I think, 3.
It is. I do. I have the semi-automatic thing added to it. I've got grand total pierce 2, damage 3.
Oh, it's the revolver, so it's single shot.
Nice.
Okay. So the revolver goes off and it hits into his calf and he goes down onto his knees while he's running, his arm still slightly on fire, slowing him down out in the field. Anything else, Lyra, as the house is collapsing right behind you?
She's gonna move away from the house.
Perfect.
And
as
honestly,
you
she's
do-
essentially following this guy, pistol out.
As you do, Lyra, walk away from the house, you hear the floorboards, the whole thing collapsing inwards, and then you hear something from underground go whoosh, and the whole house explodes out as the booby trap down below the basement like erupts.
Bucky.
Bucky, I need you to go ahead and make a dodge check. She tried.
No.
She was 5 feet
She
too
really gave it the
you were so
all.
close.
Bucky, you should run.
Oh,
Shogun.
roll some sick
Good job,
dodge,
buddy.
Bucky. You got it. You got this.
She's like, it's like that movie scene where she's leaping up the rubble falling, just like scrambling. Shogun.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
perfect. I love it.
Oh, okay. I fucking hate this.
Damn, we didn't get in that safe.
I
Maybe there's
know,
something left.
Maybe, maybe you know what? If anything, the safe survived.
That's what I'm
Definitely.
saying.
Hey,
I think we launch a
16.
joint effort to get the phone and the safe.
I'll do it.
Bucky, your left arm is going to take 8 damage.
Damn.
Okay,
What does that put your left arm at?
9 health.
Oh,
Shit.
it broke the
God,
armor.
that's wild though.
And Bucky goes flying out into the field. From the explosion, as the whole house just collapses inwards after the explosion, a plume of black smoke lifts into the sky. And it is now clear to you, Magnus, that the sniper is going to easily get to the machine, to the transport, before the guy who has just fallen down in the field due to the pistol shooting of Lyra. Would you like to shoot at the sniper?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and launch the rocket. I need a heavy ballistics.
Yes.
And that can be made with strength, remember.
Oh, kick ass. That's right. Okay.
Oh, I like that so much.
Okay.
That change.
Yeah, this is a big change.
Yeah, that was really cool. We didn't want to.
And remember to add
very-
+5 to it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that is 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20.
Yes. So as he's like mid climbing down the rock, kind of rocky outcropping, and the rocket goes flying over and explodes, obliterating the guy.
Should have known better. Relic will now, if he's able, since the guy stumbled and stuff, he's gonna just start mall walking. He's zipped
Mall
up his
walking.
quarter
90-degree
zip, and
arms,
he's just
just-
like
Full on Chris Farley.
yeah. He's on his way to go get the other guy before he leaves. If he's
Look,
able
I
to.
wondered why you were wearing running shoes.
Oh yes, it's a good idea. Always be
All
ready.
of his armor and
Why
just
did
a
they
set
say
of
New
New Balance.
Balance?
Yeah, you got it. You got
It's
it.
so hard to get these. They stopped making them years ago.
Vintage New
Um,
Balance shoes.
The soldier who had gotten shot in the back of the leg, he stands up. His arm is finally out. Right as the rocket kind of explodes his ally, and he turns around as Lyra hits him in the right pec armor, and Lyra, he just kind of looks at you and he pulls out a grenade
Oh,
and then he hugs it to his chest
Word.
and detonates.
Mhm.
Man committed suicide rather than
that
face a scion head on.
that's two of us would have been rough to have dealt with. To be fair,
Oof, yeah. Mhm.
it was.
And as yeah,
It's only scarier if Amon Beck comes out of the shadows.
That's it. Pop, 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 pop.
Magnus. Meanwhile, Magnus is blitzing through this field like a cheetah, just hugely fast on his legs. Machines whirring. The sniper is gets down to the base of the rocky outcropping. And as he's running, and he's almost at the door, and Magnus just like lunges at him, and like claws into his back and mouth into his neck, with his fangs, his mechanical fangs coming out, and you rip out his jugular, Magnus, before he's able to fully open up the transport door.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So Magnus, you're standing bloodied by the transport. Bucky, you're lying down with Shogun, your suit, on your back, staring up into the blue sky, whiffs of black smoke pouring over from the burning shack.
I'm sorry.
Lyra,
I'll give you-
Lyra and Relic, you kind of meet roughly where the crater of the soldier is, the grenade that he held to his chest. Lyra with her pistol out, Relic, your sword, Vorpal energy kind of dissipates. And what are you all doing?
I'm gonna load that guy's gear into this car. Really just throw his body in there. Sniper rifle, whatever
Lyra
he had
will
on him.
immediately seek out her husband just to make sure he wasn't exploded with the house.
No, I'll say, vehicle to the north secure.
Southern vehicle also secure.
He's yelling it.
Hello. Relic
Yeah, I would
taught.
s-
He can project. He's good.
I would say that as I
was
load
a theater
the
kid.
sniper and all his gear into the car, I'll try to drive it down to everybody.
Yeah.
If you
While-
can drive that car, Relic will pop the tires of the other car.
Okay.
To make sure it cannot be used by anybody we didn't catch or something.
Well, like as you're slashing the tires, you notice these tires are reinforced with like Dura ridges, making them pretty resistant. But with some carefully aimed attacks with your katana, you slash open the tires, deflating the truck.
Excellent. I will also examine the truck to see if there's any like orders or anything in it. Like you know.
Yeah, go
like
ahead and make an
any
awareness
info.
check.
All right. Okay. 9, 10, 11.
11. Relic, there isn't even as much as dust on the dashboard. This thing seems to be, the whole vehicle seems to be like, had been sterilized. Probably just before departing to this location.
Wow. All right.
You do find a pistol in the glove box if you want a pistol.
This is your second pistol.
Sure. Yeah. The old timey one that apparently I can't handle, according to everybody else.
Oh, he's got to get like a gangster in
Like,
it.
Come on.
Let me cut
I
you with
forgot
my
he,
mouth.
I forgot
what
he
is-
holstered it like
Yeah.
in his belt loop.
Yeah.
Relic will take the other pistol just in case anyone would like a pistol, and then he'll head to meet up with everybody else.
Bucky, as you're staring up into the sky, you see a jet fly overhead, and you hear a little
Oh my god.
and this drop pod comes down near you guys, lands about here. And Riken, you have arrived on scene.
Oh God! Don't do that to me! Do not do that!
I ran the drop.
Fear
Not a
that
new enemy.
Oh my
Alright,
God!
Fear that just ran through me like we were about to experience yet another
I
traumatic
know,
event
I
where
know,
we have another
I know.
teammate that dies under rubble.
Like we are not
Um,
gonna do another. We can't fight Talos right now. This will not work.
Riken, as you're flying over, this is the right coordinates, but all you see is a smoldering kind of crater.
See,
But-
to himself, yeah, that sounds right.
Trusting the coordinates that were given to you from the house and your team, you decide to launch anyways.
I'm just gonna, like,
And
on my back with no air in my lungs, just be like, something just dropped out of the
So
sky.
do I have within the pod? Is there? Can I see outside as I'm dropping, or is it just
Yeah.
pulling closed? Okay. Well, again, I have bestial senses, so I'm eyes vamping out,
Yeah.
looking around, trying to find people, see where everybody is.
you see a large, quite damaged samurai mecha suit lying in a field, well, not a field, I guess, on dirt and shrubs and stuff like that. You see a vehicle starting to drive towards them, and Lyra like walking towards the vehicle, Relic walking towards the vehicle, driving towards them.
Seeing now, Lyra doesn't look like distressed or anything. I mean, they all look haggard as shit, but
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I can
distressed.
obviously see that.
I'm very
But-
distressed.
Well, true. But you're you're calmly walking over there, right? It's not like urgent. I don't have to like I wouldn't feel urgency right now, would I?
I would think not.
Lyra's not being. She seems just kind of like the wind has gone out of her sails a little bit.
One thing
Okay,
Relic will
Lyra's the
do.
only one
Oh, as he's
Okay.
going up to Lyra, because didn't you have a piece of armor break, and that's what like did in your active camo?
Yeah, her right leg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He will
My right leg
patch
and
all
my
that
one of my
armor
arms.
to try
Okay.
to get it functional again in case we run into a different situation.
So 3 AP onto your right leg, Lyra.
And then
Awesome.
remove a charge.
Yeah, so in general, Riken, you just see them like basically Relic and Lyra close together, fixing up gear, walking towards the transport. And Bucky's still just laying there. You're not quite sure about her.
All right, Bucky's lying. Is she just like on her back, just like staring?
Yeah,
at the
arms
clouds?
sprawled out.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's just like.
He's been having a rough go.
And actually, you can
Um,
tell like one whole arm of her armored suit is like gone. It's like tattered. You can see her little hand inside, gripping at the controls of the
So-
the mecha arm.
I'm gonna see her doing that, and as quietly as I mean, I'll be just as silent as I can. So I'm assuming she's just focused on whatever's going on. And I want the visual for our viewers, for everybody. It's her view, and just sees clouds, and I want to see a little one of my vines come out and hold a flower right over on top of her as she's looking
Oh.
up into the sky. And as I walk up and stick my head over, y'all look a little rough.
Yeah, I don't know what this will cost. I don't know how much this suit costs.
I'm never gonna.
It will be
financially
expensive, Bucky.
Thanks, Shogun.
Did I hear that, or was that just in her EMS? Did he like audibly do that?
No, that was just in her EMS.
Okay.
I would love
I'll
him.
Because I have no energy to like talk back to him through the EMS, I'll just be like, "Thanks, Shogun," and I'll be like, "What are you?"
I will
what?"
proceed to help prop her up and start walking towards the rest of everybody else. Do I see anybody else in need of something? Healing? Bloody,
I mean,
ragged?
Magnus looks well. Actually, I mean, Magnus is in the cockpit.
I'm in the car.
And looks perfectly fine.
My suit is ruined.
Yeah.
With that, I'll just nod and look back and see who else I need to go grab.
And with that, why don't we go ahead and take a short break, 5-10 minutes, and we'll be back. Thank you, Dungeon Mr. Ty, for joining us and sticking around.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
the viewership,
Yeah.
and we'll continue here in just about 5-10 minutes.
See you guys in a
See y'all
sec.
soon.
In a minute.
welcome back, everybody. We just finished up a mighty combat in Arizona against clandestine special ops. The last few guys decided to off themselves rather than being taken captive, and our team still doesn't know who they are. Magnus drives up in the transport as the rest of the team gets in. What are you
Lyra
guys
will
doing?
Just stand outside the driver door for a second, just like
I would have already scooted over.
Yeah.
I have no
just
interest in
slide behind
driving.
the wheel.
Okay, so Lyra takes him behind the wheel, Magnus over into shotgun, Bucky, Riken, and Relic into the back.
Is it an open-ended back vehicle, or is it like a high-end APC?
It's
where all closed?
It's enclosed, but the back kind of has the side seats that face inwards, so you kind of sit across from each other like a transport vehicle.
Does the back doors, the rear door, the exit doors, do they hatch out horizontally like this?
Yes, they hatch out.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
So with that, I will actually kind of stand at the back of the truck, just kind of keeping an eye, like maybe it's cracked or something. Like everybody's so beaten up, I don't want something to sneak up on us. I'm just kind of wary at the moment because I don't know what's happened.
So you're just kind of like assessing the vehicle?
Basically, I'm since they're driving fast, I assume I am standing at the door with one cracked open, and I'm standing while it's running, and I'm just locked in place with my vines, just keeping an eye, looking for anything following us. Because again, I don't know
as the vehicle's moving. Gotcha.
Yeah. Just where I am.
That sounds
in the vehicle,
good.
I guess.
Yep.
So.
What you see, Riken, is again much of the Arizona desert. This is extremely rural. It's by reservation land, not all too far from the Grand Canyon. And you know that this, you're very close to territory that is owned by the indigenous people here. And generally, they operate in their own governance and tend to be a little bit leery of outsiders in general. And to all the rest of you, Riken, I mean, you see Riken come in, but I mean, he hasn't been here, so Riken is really not in too much of the know of what has been taking place.
I would fill him in completely. Our entry, our dalliances in the basement, the information about Son of Crow. I'd let him know that I've had Pandora reach out, try to set up a meeting with this gentleman.
So Connor, can I have you do that in character?
Yes.
Yeah. What can I have you do that in character?
Yeah.
Just like you debrief him as if you're a relic, telling him what went down.
You see, while you were committing yourself to the sky, we were entering this beautiful house. Now, admittedly, the architecture did need some work, and the house is perhaps not as stable, but it was a quite an interesting bit of mid-20th century architecture that I found personally quite invigorating. As we went downstairs, those of us in the know decided that perhaps there were bombs rigged all about this basement here. Now, you know us, Riken. We're a resourceful lot. Clearly, this was a trap built for smaller minds than ours, because there were labels on the floor which said "Do not go," and we're intelligent individuals. We knew obviously to back off. Lyra, our dear Lyra, she, in a quite wonderful display of psychic fortitude, levitated a bit of a Professor Legerdimian, as he poked and prodded and perused the personal affects of I'm blanking on his name right now, but that's
Delahaye.
exactly what Relic would
Delahaye,
do.
yeah.
Mr. Delahaye. This might not strike you quite as fascinating as it did me, but there was, and I cannot tell you how wonderful this was to use, a telephone. Now, it was hooked up with wire, and I was able to, after a period of waiting, after I realized that the basement had been vacated, pick up a message. I, of course, could quote this verbatim, but I will save us the time. Here's the notes I wrote down by hand of what was said. Now, it's important to know that just like myself, Mr. Delahaye appreciates pen and paper. For we found a burnt journal that described his frankly quite recent flight from this basement room of his. There is, frankly, I think, I don't wish to sound conspiratorial, but there's a conspiracy afoot. At the very least, that is what I believe Mr. Geralt Delahaye is convinced of, and given his writings, I do believe something more is at play. Now, a name that came up throughout all of this was Son of Crow. A person of ill repute who has been assisting Geralt in his various dealings in this Arizona home. Now, you know me, I'm well connected. I was able to get a message out to my dear sweet Pandora, who, as she always does, came through for me. We got some information on this Son of Crow. He did use the same radio frequency that was broadcast on the telephone. You can believe that. Now, he is, a very important figure in the nearby reservation. I have already begun trying to get a hold of this Son of Crow so that we can see what he might know. It's possible that Geralt Delahaye confided in him what his flight from Arizona may be, what he had planned, or at the very least get some more information on the events precipitating Geralt's departure from his business. This is, at the very least, what I can say we've seen thus far. Has anyone got anything to add? This is a small van. He is very loud. You all would have heard every word of this. If any of you wish to jump in, please feel free. But Relic would then, he'd open the floor.
Please jump in character.
Well, we did learn that Relic has very poor firearm handling skills. We'll have to have a little in-group seminar about that at some point.
We need to head towards the reservation then.
I think that may be wise.
For the firearms, I do at some point have a contact trying to get me in touch with the Son of Crow. Don't know when that's gonna happen.
We need shelter and crowds.
Agreed.
Riken, do you have any questions for them?
To say the least, I have a few questions, everyone.
Sorry, I was eating walnuts. I'm going to interrupt you, Riken. Surely you completely solved everything with the nuclear weapon, right?
You didn't know about that. I don't believe I told anybody about that.
Didn't
We were
you?
just meeting with my order. No. You guys don't know I had a key. Or
I
that
thought you
lost it.
confided. I thought you
Yeah,
confided
I thought you
in the
confided
team.
in us.
Not
You
the key
told
yet.
us
Nope.
about the key. No, you did.
When did I tell you about the key?
I think you had a confession, like a come to Jesus moment,
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you confided that you have to resolve this because
it was because of
but
the
I thought
brain
you.
stuff.
I was non-specific though.
Oh, okay. We don't know
Oh.
it's about a nuclear weapon. It's about a crisis of some
Yeah,
sort.
no,
Okay.
you all have no idea the level of what this is.
Well, then I'll
Yeah.
remove nuclear weapon and insert
Okay.
personal crisis.
Yes. Yes. No. Yeah. No, because that was part of my plan. Because I basically Riken feels so guilty right now. Not that he technically did anything wrong. At least as he would have made the same choice in the same situation, right? He didn't know you all at the time, but so you were asking the question if said crisis was averted.
Is he okay? Is everything okay? Did he handle everything? Yeah.
Yeah, and I will go. I will need to speak with you all in depth when we get back from this mission. There's an important conversation that we need to have, and I need to share with you a choice I made, and you all have to make a choice. But that's for later. When it comes to Delahaye and what's going on here, why are you all half dead? I mean, I see bodies and like, was it a trap?
I'm not half
Did you set off a
dead.
bomb? As I look at her
You didn't
sparking
set off
armor,
a bomb.
Yes, you
Bucky,
see,
I am severely compromised.
we
Hey,
were
well, I'm not half dead. You're just a little compromised.
we were set upon by these ne'er-do-wells who bear no marking that we can see. They attacked us as we were, attacked them. I came up after the fact. They set upon us while we were exploring. There was a missile. There have been multiple explosions, grenades.
Missile?
Again, yes.
You can check the
missile.
dead body on the floor.
Yes. There was a missile. Fortunately, we made it out for better than for worse. However, we were attacked. We've no idea. I checked the other vehicle and found no trace of anything. It seems as though these vehicles were scrubbed clean. No information whatsoever on their mission, who hired them, who they work for. It's distressing. We know not where these folks came from.
Agnes, you
Yes.
checked the body already, right?
No, I threw it on the floor with the weapon.
Okay.
At which point I'm going to kneel down and start searching for any kind of identification information, because that was going to be my follow-up question, but there's a corpse in front of me.
Can you make an awareness check?
I can. Oh my gosh, I have to open my thing again. Hold on. Close the
He's
character
back.
sheet.
We've been waiting for a while. Yeah.
Where's the thing? You said awareness.
While he does that, yeah, correct, Josh. While he does that, Lyra, where are you headed? Are you headed towards reservation land right now?
I think that's what we discussed, right? Heading that way
Okay.
to talk to the Sonic Crow. Yeah.
Lyra, as you're driving, weary as you are, having expanded quite a bit of psionic energy in that last mission, it is, the sun isn't quite down, but the sun is kind of moving towards setting. It's getting into kind of golden hour in the desert. A purple hue is starting to kind of fill up the desert scenery. It's rather quite beautiful. In the far distance, you can see, you're kind of on an elevated plane, slowly moving down. You can see the Grand Canyon. You can see a lot of stone neo-architecture, eco-architecture that the indigenous population has learnt and developed from Pan-Africana, the African state, which is very like eco-friendly architecture that kind of blends in almost with the natural terrain. But essentially the entire rim of the Grand Canyon is rimmed with indigenous eco-architecture all around it. It makes quite a display, and you can start to see the lights coming on as the evening approaches. And you're very aware that very soon you will be entering into reservation land. And without a specific invite, there could be potential for confrontation.
I ease up on the speed the closer we get. Bucky, have you heard back from your friend about getting in contact with Son of Crow?
I haven't heard anything, and with that, I'll send. Can I send just like a quick message to Ragnar and just be like, anything ? Without making
you go
it
ahead and
too-
send that. Yeah, you go ahead and send that message over to Ragnar.
Okay.
Riken, what did you roll for your awareness check?
16.
16. Would you like to use an edge dice?
Of course. 3, 4.
3.
No, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
4
yeah,
because of the
yeah,
bonus.
It might
That's
actually be
nice.
higher. Oh, and Dolby just closed my sheet. Because I've got the. Yeah.
Yep, you have the-
let's go for.
Well, you hit 20. Riken, you find no sort of evidence of any sort of like you're searching through all of his equipment, his all of his utility pouches and stuff like that. You start taking off his armor. Underneath his armpit, you come across a little K logo, the same K that you saw on the display of the business individual that Geralt had been arguing with during his meeting, the final day before he vanished.
It matches the logo from. Repeat that. I was.
Delahaye's.
Small
Yeah,
K
Mr.
logo.
Yeah, so Mr. Delahaye had his secretary had explained to you that there had been an argument with somebody who looked like some sort of client or like mega corporation high professional, but she didn't recognize who that was. And you guys had gained that video and watched kind of what was talked about. And you had even tried to search and find out who the identity of this person was, but couldn't find anything even on the like dark Omni-N. But you did see that it closed out with a little logo of this fancy K in covered with this circle, and the same logo is tattooed on this soldier, kind of on the side of his torso under his armpit area. Did you guys learn who that logo belonged
The
to?
Bryson Kane faction, I
Bryson
believe.
Kane faction.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you guys had or not. Yes. So you know, so this might mean that these were sent by the Bryson Kane faction.
Yes, we
I've
now
never
know.
heard that name before. Sorry. Not this campaign.
Brand new to everybody here.
With that, I'll I'm undoing whatever, and I'll snapshot it and send it to everybody over Omnian. Seems
You guys
to be
get the
only identifiable
image.
mark.
We know who's going for Delahaye then.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we know nothing about them and why they might be going after Delahaye.
With that.
Keep going.
Oh, sorry. No, you go
No, I
ahead.
got nothing
Riken.
specific. I'm still
Okay.
thinking. I'm processing
Yep.
where
Relic.
he's gonna do it.
You get a call from Pandora.
Ah, yes. Hello.
Yes, Relic, are you there?
Oh, yes, Pandora. It is good to hear your voice.
Yes, I have tried to reach out to my contacts. They tried to talk to this son of Crow. He is not answering. It is very strange. He is usually quite a talkative, gregarious fellow, but he seems unavailable at the moment. I will send you his location of where he usually posts up in. But be careful in reservation land. If they are not expecting you, they can be hostile. You understand?
Yes. I've heard as much. Thank you very much, Pandora. Let me know if they get through to him, but I appreciate it very, very much. You keep yourself safe, all right?
Of course, I will do. Was Saint Sludge able? You were able to reach? Yes.
He was, and I've sent some money to him to help with the cleanup efforts. Goodness, please keep me abreast of that situation. Should he need some more aid, I'd be more than happy to continue to assist. His goal is noble.
Yes. I've heard the Luddite community is very, very impacted by the fires. Maybe beyond recovery. We will see.
That's terrible to hear. Well, let me know if there is something I can do to help. And in the meantime, if you hear anything, keep me updated. Pandora, it is always a pleasure to hear from you.
You as well, Relic, and will do. And of course, you find something interesting. The derelict throne, always interested. Even things sometimes thought useless.
I agree. I agree. Trust me, if I find anything, I shall let you know. Pandora, I'm afraid I've got to get back to it. I will.
Yes. Okay. Goodbye, Relic. I will hang up. It's okay.
No,
It's okay.
Thank you, dear.
And she hang up.
Splendid. Well, that was
At the same time, Bucky, you receive a call from Ragnar.
Hello.
Yes, Bucky, I am afraid I was not able to reach Son of Crow. I'm not sure. It is very odd. He is very responsive. He runs most of our guns in the area, but he does not seem to be wanting to speak with Arvin Nordica at the moment. I will continue to try. In the meantime, I will send you over his location.
Thank you.
Anything else you need, Bucky?
Just letting you know, it might be because I just blew up, a place not far from the reservations, but we don't need to go into that.
Oh, okay, well, I'm glad. That sounds super. Take care, and I'll let you know if I hear from Son of Crow.
Thank you.
Relic and Bucky, you both receive the same coordinates.
okay.
It is to a spot in the reservation. Fairly deep in the reservation.
Well, we
I
now
just
have a
heard-
reason to be there.
Well,
Really?
I've no honest reason to be there beyond my concern for what has happened to this Son of Crow. Just so you all are aware, I received a phone call from Pandora who informed me that Son of Crow is not currently answering. He's not reachable, which is bizarre for the fellow. So, I have his location, but we should be very careful entering indigenous lands, unless any of you have a connection of some sort that might be able to get us in, some valid reason. But at least for right now, I've nothing.
Maybe someone can reach out and someone can give valid reason.
Potentially.
Can fabricate valid
I
reason.
mean, we could just, if we get stopped, explain that we have a meeting. Because why else would we be given the coordinates if we weren't supposed to meet him?
Well,
If they do not shoot first.
yes, and again, if their leader is missing, they may be worried to hear that some Eidolons are looking for him in case they believe we've approached with ill intent.
I'm so tired of this shooting. I want to go home, Grandpa.
Well, this is a known reservation, right?
Indeed.
Go through official channels to get entrance. We can find a reason, make up a reason, contact the house, fabricate something, find a local municipality that needs to get in and help, or create a problem that only we can solve. We try something along those lines. if we don't have a contact and want to minimize conflict. I can, like me and Magnus can get tight to the ground and not be seen and go find out where everything is, but
I mean,
conversation
Relic
seems
and
to
I
have
could
to
just
happen
be
here.
here to officially start recording all of the eco, word I can't.
Architecture.
Potentially. Yeah.
Historical value.
We've had worse covers, so it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
But I'd
None, sometimes.
rather go through some sort of official channel, or at least make a prior contact first, if at all possible.
I'm not terribly
Would,
interested in trespassing on sovereign land without some kind of excuse.
Would the lot of you like to make a civics check about the reservation?
I'm gonna look at my stat list and probably say yes and pray.
It's intelligence.
13.
Yeah, and I said to scroll all the way up. All right, fingers crossed.
17.
Ooh,
Four.
not good.
17, Magnus?
Mm-hmm.
9.
5.
Count that.
Relic and Magnus, unsurprisingly.
4.
You know
judged.
that reservation bureaucracy can be rather difficult. A, because of their sort of generally their sort of resistance to people outside for safety reasons. And you also know that it can also take quite a bit of time even to get the correct papers and capabilities to enter. And often it's used as a strategy intentionally just to cause a little bit of grief to test people's patience, to delay things. So if you go through an official route, a governmental route of getting permission to enter, you could be waiting days to get access to reservation land.
I like to think Relic and I just lock eyes like, oh,
Yeah.
reservation.
We've been there before.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
this
well.
on the ground, bud? It looks like it's red tape.
Well, did you audibly say that? Like, tell me you did.
No. We've just got an
Blind
old
eye.
man knowing that we can share.
Byron's not even looking. Magnus, stop flirting with Relic.
No, he just looks in the rear view mirror, and Relic has locked eyes with the rear view mirror.
It's like, yeah, reservations, am I right? We'll get in there.
Yes.
While they're doing this, I'm just waiting for some sort of response to my statement about going through the bureaucratic route. As they're just glancing at each other through a mirror.
Well, I respect the idea. Unfortunately, given that our mission is somewhat time sensitive now, waiting for this might no longer behoove us. Perhaps.
What about non-governmental? What if we go corporate route, right?
At
Perhaps.
this point, if this kind of red tape exists, I would say let's go find our hacker. I have someone I can contact to try and get us some sort of access as quickly as possible.
I would
You have
also.
influence, Riken?
I do. Yep.
Lyra,
13.
you're coming up on the border of reservation land. Can I have you make a driving check?
I would love to make a driving check.
Woo.
That sounds like an absolute delight.
You like driving more than I do.
13.
13. Lyra, you look at the coordinates and you're like, it's not that far to go. And if you were going max speed through the desert like this, you could probably probably get there pretty dang fast. Can I have you go ahead and make me a willpower check?
Oh,
Can I have been taking a cognitive rest on this trip?
I love that she is now canonically risky. That is wild.
13. Okay. So Lyra, you definitely think there is potential. Like, yes, you guys could spend a lot of time trying to create papers or whatever, but you're pretty sure in your abilities to get you guys to that location pretty dang fast. Maybe even before people get a whiff of you.
I mean, I can get us there. Any objections?
With that
Well,
statement, I'm just gonna nod approval.
Punch it.
Approval, just like.
I mean, this is a long ways from official governmental channels.
Do it!
Bucky starts cheering you on.
She punches it.
She punches it.
love
The relic.
and you blast through a kind of derelict fence that is, it's just, there's no roads here. It's just all, you're not driving on official pathways, and so you just start punching it through the reservation. And now, my friends,
Yes!
now, my friends, I will refer you all to the handout I gave in the chat,
Yep.
to
I
the
knew it.
vehicle.
I knew it.
Uh-huh.
And
Hey, where'd it
Yeah,
go?
you notice he opens up statements like that with "my friends" in this
Yeah.
friendly manner.
yeah, of course.
Keep that in. Keep
All
that in
right,
mind here.
fellow
Not anything
gamers.
at all.
Now,
Now, yeah. That's how people talk. I don't understand the issue here, Josh.
Totally, it's fun and
if you prefer to hand out 1A, the fun will commence shortly. But first, a little bit of paperwork to get through.
I'm actually not seeing it anymore.
Give me 1 second. You will get to see stuff in a second. Why am I not
Oh, the
seeing
Spec Ops
Renacon
PDF
through
also.
Jamie?
The Spec Ops is also not in the chat anymore.
It's true.
Oh, that I. Oh, the. Okay. Now can you guys see on the screen at least?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then dropping into chat, I'll share the vehicle. You guys should see it in our chat. Okay. And you guys are ramping through the desert. So, Jamie, at this point, you guys are reaching up to about 75 miles per hour.
Damn.
Let me look at what you're.
Max
30
speed is
miles per hour.
120.
Sorry, you're moving at 90 miles per hour right now
Nice.
through the desert, and so you guys are cruising. Long stretch of pretty barren landscape, rather bumpy, but because of the wheels on this vehicle, you're taking it quite well. Also seems to be a suspended wheel system. And as you're going, you can see far off in the distance some rocky outcroppings, and really, really far off in the distance, with your eyes, Lyra, you can, zooming in, you can see the factory, your location that you're headed for. It's going to take quite a bit of time to get over there, but you're headed there, and as you're headed there, you start to hear the sound of engines to your tail.
Did I see things approaching us? Well,
Yes, Riken, right, because you have the back door open. You see dust clouds at first, coming out from the left and right, kind of arcing slowly towards you as you're moving through the desert and slowly gaining speed.
apparently I needed to set up a Mad Max playlist.
That'll be next session, as we only have 5 minutes left of the stream. And so as you're going, Riken, go ahead and make an awareness check. You have bestial senses. Do they have the amplified vision range?
I do.
In bestial senses? Okay. So go ahead and make an awareness check.
Oh, what ham cakes on that? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16.
16. Riken, you can make out at least 4 motorcycles moving towards you, and then it looks like one pickup truck on the northern branch that's arcing towards you guys as you guys move west. And then on the other branch, it seems like 2 sort of souped up like Jeep vehicles coming.
With that, Riken will glance out, grab and lean out. And then with his other hand, he'll reach back, extend his vine to pull Bucky towards the back door. Bucky, get your gun out. Or Bucky, arm. And I'll open both the doors and then relay the information. We got incoming bikes, probable hostiles.
Bucky, you get pulled. Bucky, you get pulled towards the door, and you're like, what the heck is going on?
What?
And I'll point them out.
Grenades?
Guns. You are ranged here at the moment.
Sorry.
Me and Relic aren't going to do it.
Okay.
I was driving.
Do we have to shoot? They're not shooting. Do we have to
Not
shoot?
yet. Just be ready.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty far off right now, and Lyra is going pretty
Hoofing
close
it.
to max speed. Yeah, hoofing
Yeah.
it. And they slowly start getting nearer and nearer. Lyra, you've hit, you're now going full speed, 120. You guys are like, the ride is rather jarring. And, but still, you kind of see even like licks of flame sometimes coming from the motorcycles, as they're like zooming really fast. The trucks and the sedans are lagging behind, but the motorcycles are coming up rather quickly. And they're still rather far off, but Riken and Bucky, you hear zik, zik, and then ptink, and a bullet hole appears in the back door, one of the back doors that are open.
There's a sniper rifle on the floor. I don't know how many shots it's got.
with that, I'll grab at least my door and use it and keep it solid, so it's almost a block for me. But Bucky's onto my side. I was trying to give her as much like range to see, and with those rounds, I will relay. We're taking fire at this point. We're taking fire. You hear it, the buzz. That means they're aiming at you.
Okay.
And with that, we will wrap up tonight's episode and come back, in 2 weeks.
Woo!
That was combat, folks. Hell
It was
yeah.
indeed.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for another House of Eidolons, a Cyberpunk TTRPG. We'll go through and just say goodnight for each person, but join us next time for a good old car chase scene through the Badlands of Arizona. But why don't we close on out? We'll start in reverse order. Bucky, please introduce yourself, who you played, and where people could maybe find you on socials or whatever else.
I'm Kel, also known as Bucky or Levi. Also the one that's been launching grenades all night. You can also call me Furiosa next time. That'll be great. I can be found
That's
Optimus Kel on everything mostly. But yeah, and then obviously to my right is Jamie.
to your
That's
left.
me.
Left.
That's me. I'm
Left.
Jamie. I played the Scion Lyra Ruthvane. I don't have public socials. I don't have a public presence. My
You're a healthier
husband
person for it.
is
You're
Brandon.
okay.
I'm Brandon. I play Magnus, the agent, and cyber vampire. And you can catch me on all socials as Spooky Jones, capital S with a 0. And thanks a bunch for watching us.
Riken?
Hey folks, I'm Josh. I play Riken, one of the other co-founders of Eidolons. Come check out the website. Go to eidolonsrpg.com. You'll find all of our socials there, our Patreon. You can get the full rule book. You can get our quick start guides and all of our character sheets. It's all ready for you. We do have a big update coming out for the actual rule book, to which if anybody does purchase it, you get free updates. You'll get all that stuff coming out here. So, and next to me is Connor. Oh.
Hello, I'm Connor. I've been old tonight. I've been Relic. No finer scholar will you ever meet. Relic is a Scion. He is awesome. This was a blast. Where can you find me? Good luck. If you can find me, I will be impressed.
Hey, don't put that out on the internet, dog. Like...
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Next to me is the one and only Paul.
Yeah, thank you. Paul Angelo Penborough online. You can find me at Penborough on most socials. Well, Instagram anyways. I'm not really active on terribly much else. But and even Instagram I'm not very active on. But yeah, you can also jump out to our Discord. We have a House of Eidolons Discord. You can find that on the website. We also encourage you to follow our Patreon. I'll be starting to do a monthly newsletter, just give updates, talk to things. I'll also be starting to publish some small videos on just mechanics of the game to better understand just really bite-sized sort of stuff. So, and of course, we have a new sort of reformatted book coming. So you can follow us. If you follow our Patreon, you'll have access to those, as well as from time to time some of these cyberpunk maps that we've been playing on. I'll be providing some of those free to just those who follow us, and then we'll probably have a subscription tier, a small low-cost subscription tier just for additional maps that we make for our game. So if you run cyberpunk stuff and want some fun maps that I made, yeah, come check that out in the next several weeks. So thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it. This was House of Autumn's End Mission 4. It will be continued in 2 weeks. So take care everybody and have a great night.
Night.
Night, everybody.